Guys, John Carden for Primal Performance Coaching, and today we're going to talk about recovery on Strength Weekly. So recovery is very important, and a lot of people, they put a lot of emphasis on training hard, but then they don't recover hard. They just want to train. They want to work out for fun, and that's great, and fitness is great, but I work with people that work for performance. And when we're training for performance, recovery is just as important, because if you can't recover and you're not recovering properly, you're not going to perform. And you need to perform. That's the goal of performance training, is to perform, and to perform at a high level. So in order to do that, you need to be able to recover. So that means also, one, making sure, as we talked about last week, stimulus, adaptation, recovery, making sure that you stimulate enough, but not too much, so that's recoverable. And then another thing that you can do if you want to keep increasing your training intensity is to create training that you can recover from. So, or increase your recoverability. So increase your recovery methods. So instead of, like, say you do no recovery methods, and then say you start adding in some foam rolling, you start adding in maybe a higher carb meal and a high protein meal once a week, and then let's say you start adding in some monthly chiropractic appointments, and maybe you get a massage gun, and then maybe you do some mobility work every night. That could greatly increase your recovery. And then the biggest one is sleep, right? So let's say you sleep 4 hours a night, and you start sleeping 6, then you get to like 7, you know? That's a pretty good number. A lot of people are very busy. 7 is probably the most they can do. 8, 9, 10, you get to somewhere around there, like, your recovery is going to be massive. You just doubled your sleep. So sleep is another big key. So if you're lacking on your recovery, maybe start looking at how much sleep you can add instead of just adding more shit to do. Maybe start looking at just doing things a little bit slower. Maybe take away a training day. Maybe add in some sleep until your recovery gets adequate, and then start adding a little bit more as you can recover from it. Just challenge that a bit more and build that up over time. So that's my opinions on how to kind of work with your recovery, start to change it, make it harder, get better recovery. Look at it as a process, not just as like, oh, I need to recover. But build it in, build a process, build some habits in that will allow you to recover, and focus on training in a way that overreaches slightly for short periods, but also manageable and recoverable, because then you can get better results anyways, because your performance will be better. If your workouts are crap, you're not going to perform better, which means you're not going to build up good habits and good control and good progress. So that's my talk for the week on training. I hope that helps. If you're interested in a free training program, I offer a free training program on my website. The link's in my bio on the YouTube channel. So if you want to check that out, feel free.